means we're going to learn a formula for speed. But before we do that, I want to activate our background knowledge. So what is speed and why is knowing speed important? So in order to activate that background knowledge, we're going to read together a blog that is in your book. The blog is from My Planet Diary. Please put your finger where it says My Planet Diary so that I know you know which spot I'm talking about. Very good. While I'm reading, I want you to think about what speed is and why knowing speed is important. This blog was posted by Mallory, and she is from Fountain Valley, California. Once my sister talked me into going to the roller skating rink with her, but I hate skating. But against my better judgment, I agreed to go. I can skate, but I don't go very fast. At the rink, there were these speed skaters, or as I like to call them, assassin skaters. The assassin skaters went ridiculously fast. They were probably going approximately 20 miles per hour in the same direction as me. They zipped past me, just barely missing me. The worst part about going skating was getting stuck behind a group of skaters or a couple. They went so slow that you had to speed up to get around them. So we just read a blog about speed, and I want you to put your minds together to answer the communicate question number 1. So do all skaters in the rink move at the same speed? And explain. So put your minds together, you can work with people around you, and come up with an answer to that question. All of them. Slower.
The worst part was about going skating was getting stuck behind a group of skaters or a couple. They went so slowly that had to speed up.
Excellent. So for your response, I want you to summarize that in a short sentence. Very good. About less than a minute to go, make sure your response uses some evidence from the blog. That's okay, you're all in favor. So you say that all skaters do not have the same speed. You say all skaters do have the same speed. Maybe he was just trying to see if you were listening. Not yet. Let's come back together. So you just had a chance to answer number 1, and you put your minds together to come up with a really good answer. So hopefully, I'll hear that when I call on you. Again, I'm using cold call, so make sure you're tracking. Angelica, what did you respond to number 1 with?
For number 1, I put, all skaters do not move at the same speed because some go 20 miles per hour and some go slow.
Excellent, and I really like that you used a specific number from the blog. Excellent. Let's go on to number 2. Read us the question for number 2, please. Alejandro?
Describe a sport or activity in which speed is important.
Okay, so why is speed important? Why is knowing speed important? You're going to put your minds together, come up with a sport and decide why would knowing speed in that sport be important. Go ahead and do that now. You get halfway.
Then it took them and when they go too slowly, they fall right back. It goes back.
And now we have that connection with energy too, how much energy we need. And let's come back together. Eye contact, nice tracking from Alan. Anybody like your start position? Alejandro, please share out your response to number 2. That's okay, share what you have so far.
In tag, you have to use speed because if you go slow, then tag you. And if you go slow, you won't be able to tag anyone else.
I like that response. Okay, so tag, while it might not be a widely known sport, it is definitely a sport that a lot of people play outside and just for fun. So yes, you would have to go a certain speed in order to avoid getting tagged or to tag someone else. Thank you, Alejandro. Okay, let's hear one more, please. Andrew Lake.
In baseball, speed is important because you have to run to different bases.
Yes. And what was the last part? To win, right. And one thing I really like about baseball is that the bases are set a certain distance apart. So you have to run a certain distance in a short amount of time. So what do you think speed is? So we said why is it important? What is speed? We just activated some background knowledge. So what do you think speed is? What are you thinking, Anaya?
I think speed is like how many miles like that you do, like or that you run, or how many miles a car is going,
So how far you go in
like how fast something is going, the pace.
in the pace. I like that. Does anyone have a different response or want to build on to what Anaya said? Colleen?
I think speed is like a fast motion.
Is a what? A fast motion? Let me ask you this. Can speed also be a slow motion? Okay. Wandil?
I think maybe speed is like the amount, like how you could use a lot of mechanical energy. Like, isn't speed wait.
I like that you're trying to make the connection to energy, which is great. So we'll definitely have to build off of that. Once we learn more about speed, we'll make that connection to energy. Thank you, Wandil. Jacqueline?
I want to echo what Naya said because it's like speed. I think it's like the pace, the different paces at a specific time and things go in a distance.
Perfect. So the pace in a distance. So the pace is the amount of time something takes to go a certain distance. I really like that you built off of what another student said. That's excellent tracking.